Come hell or high water, Transmission Gully will be open for motorists next year. That's the promise from the New Zealand Transport Agency during a behind-the-scenes tour of the 27-kilometre highway, which has been beset by delays. Our reporter Rachel Thomas and camera operator Dom Thomas went to check it out.
It's one of the country's most ambitious highway projects yet and has been plagued by delays. Constructing Transmission Gully has meant 25 bridges or culverts had to be built to carry motorists from the Kapiti coast into Wellington. The largest is Te Ara o Toa, or Bridge 20, which stretches more than 200 metres over Cannons Creek. We're standing out here on Bridge 20 in Transmission Gully. We've been invited on a tour to see how they're getting on and if they're going to make that September 2021 deadline. The Wellington Gateway Partnership is responsible for the financing, design and construction of Transmission Gully and its operation and maintenance for the next 25 years. Its chief executive, Sergio Meggia, says if it wasn't for COVID-19, motorists would be driving on the road by now. He says the project is on track to be open by next September and there are very few things that would stand in its way.
Inclement weather, a seismic event, that's pretty much what mainly affects rolling projects like this. I'm certain we're going to hit the target. We are fully committed and we're on schedule.
He cites the pandemic as the major reason the April 2020 date wasn't met. Heading up the Wainui Saddle, the sheer scale of the project becomes clear. Hillsides have been gouged out and a stream moved 30 metres to allow this billion-dollar highway to take shape. These giant earth walls are up to 95 metres deep. This terrain is also earthquake-prone and mostly farmland, meaning culverts have had to be dug under roads to allow farmers access to their land. NZTA Senior Manager Andy Thackeray says the project is one of the country's most complex yet.
Definitely been the most challenging. As you can see, it's the most challenging, most complex, most expensive. We have had the Kaikoura earthquakes to contend with. We've had the adverse weather conditions and we've also had a global pandemic.
The delays have also seen the cost blow out by $400 million more than originally estimated, with a final cost of $1.25 billion. Andy Thackeray says more delays would have an effect on that final figure.
Assuming that we carry on as we are, and we're confident that we will to the September opening date, then we should be fine.
With the project now 85% complete, Sergio Meggia says it's nice to think the end is in sight.
It just grasp to the end. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Can't wait for September 2021.
Some construction will continue this Christmas, but motorists shouldn't face extra disruption aside from the usual snail's crawl out of the capital. But come Christmas 2021, the Transport Agency promises drivers a smooth ride on the highway through the hills. For Checkpoint, Rachel Thomas.